Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in with us today. If this is your first time, my name is Jared Chenier, your Caribbean travel boss. So, if you guys have any questions today, you guys are more than welcome to leave any questions in the comments. We have a special guest. He's going to talk to us about all types of excursions that we could do while on vacation. His name is Rob. How you doing today, Mr. Rob?
I'm great. Very excited for today's session. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. As you guys come on, please let us know where you're tuning in from. And once again, if you have any questions, put in the comments and we will get to them at the end of the presentation. So I'll go ahead and hand it over to you.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the introduction, Jerry.
You're welcome.
And hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session. As Jerry was saying, just keep saying hi in the comments. Let us know kind of how you're doing, where you're at, and also just questions as we go. I've got about a probably 25-minute overview of what we do at Project Expedition. I'm going to introduce the company, but then I'm going to talk about how you can use our product to plan some pretty amazing tours, activities, and excursions when you are traveling around the world. So if you can see the screen, I've just flicked to kind of a nice overview of what we do. So Project Expedition, my company, is a platform of just over 20,000 experiences from high quality local tour operators. So that's a huge number and there's coverage all around the world. So we like to think wherever you're going on vacation, we can help you with finding an excursion to do. We do focus on the quality. So when you're ever looking at something with us, you know it's been vetted and verified by Project Expedition. It's all of a fantastic level of quality. So in terms of when you're traveling, there's so many different types of things you can do in destination, and we kind of break it up by these like 6 widgets that you see on the screen now. Like big part of our offering are just tours. So when you're maybe in Rome, you could do something like a private walking tour. You could do a small group walking tour. You could do a larger group size. So all that really changes is the price point and the type of experience. So if you are kind of looking to have a more kind of personalized and customized experience, look at the private tours. If you like to be with like a few other people, the small group option is there for you as well. If you're cruising somewhere, we actually have some great options for you to enjoy whilst you're in port, and they're called shore excursions. So when your ship's in port, checking something out kind of in that destination. I'm going to show you how you can search and find these things on the platform. We can also help you with the pickups and transfers, like when you arrive in a foreign destination or somewhere where you maybe don't know how it all works. We can actually make that very, very easy for you. Like you can simply book airport transfers through us, Project Expedition. So a driver that meets you at the airport and then takes you straight to the hotel or wherever you're staying. We do have some multi-day itineraries as well, particularly in the US. Like say you're looking for a 3, 4, 5-day package out of Vegas to see the national parks. We've got that. We've got some great itineraries up in Alaska as well. And then that leads on to like a lot of custom and private work that we do. You might have a very unique request. Like you might kind of want to have not just a traditional tour, you want to have a really tailored customized tour just for yourselves when you're in destination. So I talked about a private Rome tour earlier, but maybe you want to sort of do the main sites of Rome, go somewhere nice for lunch, and then see a unique kind of historical place of interest as well. You can simply just email those kind of things to us, and we can then work with you to put a custom quote together. Last but not least, attractions and tickets. So we can help you with things like skip the line Eiffel Tower tickets. If you don't want a tour, you simply just want to see an attraction, we can help you with that as well. And I mentioned how we focus in on the quality, but a lot of people just look at us as a collection of some of the best brands and companies around the world. And on the screen here, I put some of the bigger brands we work with, and you may recognize some of these. Some are international companies, global companies, some are very local companies. It's a great spread. And they're all available through us, Project Expedition. And what's more, the pricing is competitive as well. So you can book all these guys in US dollars and you're not paying any extra. You're getting kind of these amazing products and tours through us. And we've got all our service and support to back you up. If they're foreign companies, you're paying us. We're a US-based company. And just a little bit more on that. For Project Expedition, we are fairly new to the space. We're only just 5 years old. And so you may not have heard about us, but we are based in the US and based in New York City as well. We do a lot of work with travel advisors. So that's obviously what set today's session up. But you'll see you can go onto the website as well and discover tours and activities as part of your trip as well. And our second thing to really keep in mind is the customer service. So we're here to support you the whole way through, before a trip with any planning support, when you're traveling if you need any support, and then afterwards as well if there's any follow-up. We're here each step of the way. We can help you with the custom requests, as I talked about. Maybe you've got a last minute question, or maybe you're not sure what to book. You can come to us for all that kind of thing. And just going a little bit deeper into that just process, one of the things that we have a really great reputation for is how we handle and respect kind of client money. So if you make a booking with us, your money actually goes into a trust account. It's all separated from the main business. It's not commingled in any way, and it sits there until you travel. So we sometimes get questions kind of asking, well, if you're booking a tour today for a trip happening in 6 months, well, what happens? Well, it sits in a trust account and it's safe. And it means if you do need to cancel, you can get a refund very, very quickly. And even last year during the pandemic, when everyone was canceling, we were issuing refunds within about 24 to 48 hours. So you can expect that kind of service with us. So I wanted to continue by actually giving you a walkthrough of the platform, showing you how to use all of that. What I'm looking at here is our homepage. It's simply projectexpedition.com. If you navigate to this website, this is what you see. Very clean, simple homepage. And in terms of getting started, it's a little bit small on the screen right now, but you can see there's a big search box, and I've typed Seattle into it. So you can search for pretty much anything. I usually recommend searching by the most granular destination you have. So if you know you're going to Seattle, search that as opposed to Washington State, because that'll get you the best tours, the most relevant tours. But you can also search by tour name. You see how there's a little submenu here? And you can also search by site and attraction. So maybe, I mean, you know where you're going, but maybe you know there's an attraction or museum or site you want to visit. Let's say it's the Eiffel Tower in Paris. You can just search by Eiffel Tower, go to that page, and then you'll see everything we've got going on for the Eiffel Tower. You'll see the tickets, you'll see the tours, you'll see combos with a river cruise. So do check out those attraction pages if you know that's what you want to see. And then we also let you search by business name as well. So that slide, a couple of slides ago, where I showed you like our operator names, we actually give you complete transparency into who the operators are. So maybe you know what you want to book. Maybe you've traveled to a destination before and you know the operator and they were great. Or you can search by their name and go straight to their profile page, like I've shown here. So let's continue on. I've gone onto the New York City page. That's what we're looking at here. This is like a destination page. And the layout of this page is the same on every destination. They get the name at the top, some short links to attractions, products we have, filters, and then tours are free across. The place I always recommend starting is the type filter. And you'll see when you click into type, you get all these little options to narrow the list down. And this was similar to that very first slide we were talking about, like different types of products. Like if you know you want a private tour, filter by it. If you know you want a single day, filter by it. And that's what you can do in the type filter. You can also filter by date. It's a little hidden, but it's just next to it there. So if you've only got 1 or 2 days to do a tour, just do a date filter and then you'll see what's running on those days. And then down in the bottom right, I was talking all about the service and support a minute ago, and we've got phone support, we've got email support, but we've also got live chat support here on the website. So you can actually type into that and you'll be talking with one of our team who can give you instant replies to whatever your questions may be. So moving on, I've clicked into a description page and we're looking at the early access Statue of Liberty tour now. And you can see this layout's all nice and clean. You get the photos in the top right, key information in the top left, the descriptions, and it tells you kind of the itinerary. It shows you what you're going to do, what you're going to visit. But on the right-hand side, you get this booking widget. Lots of useful information in here. Probably the most important is the cancellation policy. You see this little green text. It tells you when you can cancel for a full refund. And most tours have about a 3 to 4 day window for cancellation. So It's great. You can book these tours months in advance, but no, you can cancel last minute for a full refund. In this case, it's 4 days in advance for 100% refund. Also, these group tours, we give you a max quantity field, and that helps you know kind of how many people you could be with. So this one says 20. So that means if it sells out, there's 20 people that could be on that tour. Say you're a group of 6, it means you could be with 14 other people. So that's useful information when it comes to deciding kind of the group size you're looking to be with. And if you scroll down the page, you're going to see everything about the inclusions and not inclusions, and also about the operator section down here. So that's helpful just to see who they are. And when I was talking earlier about how you can search by operator name, that's very handy. So this feature up here is really helpful when it comes to planning tours and excursions for your trip. And it's a wish list feature. So maybe going with this example, you know you're going to New York, you go to the New York page, and then you start clicking in and reading about all these tours. And before you know it, you may have looked at 10 different tours and you're not sure which ones they were, which ones you preferred. Well, the wish list is a way to keep track of that. So with the wish list, you can basically save the tours you like the look of and put them all in one wish list to then come back to later. You could share that with your friends, family, etc., etc. And to make a wish list, it's really quick and easy. Just click on the wish list button here, and then you give the wish list a name. And then you add a few more of the tours into that wish list. You're going to end up with something that looks just like this. So here's a trip I made for myself, Rob Yellowstone trip. And you can see it's just a very simple, clean page with a name and just the tours I picked out. So I could have looked at 50 tours, but these are the 3 I like the look of, and I want to share them with whoever I'm going with. So you can then make this wish list and then share the link. Everyone can look at it. And then kind of come back to you and you make a decision. In terms of when it comes to bookings, I'll talk more about this in just a second, but you could book on behalf of everyone. You can use multiple credit cards when it comes to making a booking. So you've got flexibility there, or everyone in your group could just book one by one. Moving on to transfers. So I mentioned how we can help just get you to or from airports, cruise ports, and train stations to your hotel, resort, to wherever you're staying. This is a very clean and simple page to do this. You click transportation in the header, it brings you in here, and then you just get these 4 boxes to start with. First is just the airport search, put in the date and time you're arriving, and then this is a Google map search. So you can really type the same way you would into Google. You don't just have to do hotels though, you can do street addresses as well. So if you're staying at an Airbnb or accommodation, you can search for quotes from that. We give you lots of different vehicles on this transfer search. Key thing is you can decide on the level you're looking for. There's economy, there's business, there's more high-end luxury vehicles like a Mercedes as well. And then the other thing I really wanted to show you before we go on is the shore excursions page. So shore excursions are really for when you're cruising and your ship's in port and you're looking to do something. And we've got this shore excursion landing page here. There's a link in the header that gets you in, and on this page you simply type in the name of your ship or the cruise line, and then it will pull up the whole itinerary for you. So you'll see all the ports you're going to, the dates you're in port, the times you're in port, and then from there you can see what excursions are available. So it's a great little tool here. So you don't need to know your cruise itinerary, we know it for you. Just let us know which one and you can look at it. And why shore excursions are a little bit different is they have some extra terms, a cruise-friendly refund policy, a battleship guarantee. So with a cruise, like some unexpected events could happen, like there could be bad weather that delays the ship getting into port. Well, we don't want you to kind of have to worry about something like that. So we give you this cruise-friendly refund policy, which means you're protected if you can't make the tour through no fault of your own. Basically means you'll get a refund if the ship skips port, delayed to port, and you can't make the excursion. And then the back to ship guarantee is there to give you peace of mind, knowing that if you miss the ship or the ship leaves without you, you're protected because we paid to get you to the next port. It's never happened, but we know the cruise lines will say you should always book direct through them. But then with us, it's obviously for a third party, you do still have this kind of protection, and it's not really anything to worry about. The excursions we offer are also very different to the cruise lines, particularly on group sizes. Like our average group size is around 15 people. You often find the pricing is a little bit cheaper as well. So if you are looking for a slightly different excursion when you're cruising, I definitely recommend trying out this tool here to see what's available. And you can also register accounts with us. That gives you a lot more functionality. And I've just logged into my account here. And you can see it's just this my account, and there's these little gray buttons. So probably the most useful bit in here is the wish lists. And I mentioned before how you could build a wish list. I think I showed you Yellowstone. I've got a New York City one, but you can actually make as many wish lists as you like. They all get stored in here. If you're working on 5 upcoming trips, just keep making more wish lists and keep sharing them with friends and family and going from there. Within the booking section in here, it breaks into these 4 little sub-tabs: in cart, upcoming, past, and cancelled. So upcoming and past cancelled is pretty self-explanatory, but from the cart section, we've got some functionality in here that can really save you time when it comes to booking. Like you can book multiple tours at once by just clicking select, 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 and then check out. So if you wanted to book 4 tours with just 1 credit card transaction, you can do that. You can also use as many credit cards as you like when you're checking out. So say there was 2 of you wanted to just put half on one card, half on another. You can do that on 1 booking. You don't need to go and make 2 bookings with us. We also have gift certificates available, and this could be a nice present to give to someone. So someone's heading on a trip for like a special occasion, you could do something like just buy a $10 gift certificate to then send to them, and they could use it to kind of get a discount on a tour with us. So you can purchase any dollar amount with a gift certificate. So a $10 would be like a nice gift. You could also just pick the exact amount of a tour, like 99.8 cents, and then give that to your friend, family, or whoever. You can put a personalized note on these gift certificates as well. It's really nice. And we also try and integrate with as many kind of other travel platforms that are out there, particularly itineraries and just management systems that you might be using. So you may use TripIt to kind of organize your whole upcoming trip. But if you're just using kind of an itinerary system like a Travelify, you can also sync your project expedition accounts up with these systems. So it can save you a bit of time. When you book with us, it can then fall into the system you're using automatically. We've also got a knowledge center, which is brand new. We've only just rolled this out in the last month. And it's got tons and tons of resources and training, and there's even how-to guides in here as well. So the FAQs will kind of cover lots of useful bits of information on how to make bookings and troubleshooting and that kind of thing. And there's also the how-to guides, which will give you videos of key bits of functionality. So I've talked today about kind of building wish lists, the Shore Excursion tool. Well, if you want a quick refresher or see how to do that again, just check out the how-to guide in the Knowledge Center. And obviously right now, we're seeing a really big shift to domestic travel, which probably won't come as a big surprise. So I wanted to share just that even though we're a travel company and often people think of us as just an international destination kind of company, we have a lot going on in the US. What you can see on the screen here is everywhere we have products right now. Very big focus on outdoorsy locations. A lot of the national parks on there, Jackson Hole and Grand Canyon area out of Vegas is popular. Particularly Florida as well, and Miami and Key West, and then also Hawaii. Hawaii is really starting to open up now. We've got some amazing options on all of the islands over there. And Alaska, there's a lot, as you can see up there, but we've got more things coming. So if you're looking to do a cruise or a trip up to Alaska, once it starts opening up, we can help you with some fantastic excursions up there as well. So on that, I wanted to thank everyone for listening in today. I do appreciate your time and this opportunity to introduce or give you an update on what we're doing at Project Expedition. I know we've got some time for questions, so feel free to keep commenting or let me know, but I'll flip it back to Jerry. Thanks again, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Rob. And also, as a travel advisor, I could customize you guys a list for wherever destination you would choose to. wherever you may be going, I could customize a wish list for you and give that to you, and you could, I could purchase it for you, or you could do that while you're on vacation. It's completely up to you. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Caribbean Travel Tea with Jerry. And that's all we have for you today. Thanks again, Rob, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Joe.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Were there any comments and things coming in that I need to answer, or?
Well, no, that nothing came through. We have some viewers, but no one left a comment.
Awesome. Was it recorded, by the way?